始めようか。宴の時間だ。
Hey, welcome to Lessons in Fiction. There are movies that arrive quietly, and then there are movies that make an entire industry nervous. And this summer, only one title managed to do both. When Demon Slayer: The Movie Infinite Castle Part 1 announced its release date, every major studio stepped aside like they'd seen a natural disaster warning. Advance tickets shattered records before the movie even opened. Websites froze. Apps crashed. Movie theaters across Asia reported surge traffic like a concert ticket war. And when the curtains finally rose, fans realized something. This wasn't just another anime film. This was the beginning of the final war, a battle Ufotable had been preparing for nearly a decade. Today, we're diving into everything you need to know before watching the movie. The hidden lore, the rivalries, the obsessions, the betrayals, and the brutal fights that define the most ambitious arc of Demon Slayer. And trust me, the real story behind this movie is far darker, far stranger, and far more emotional than you expect. Let's begin. A few years ago, almost no one predicted that Demon Slayer would become the cultural earthquake it is today. Sure, the manga was already doing well, but it wasn't until Unwavering Resolve aired with Ufotable's infamous We Do Not Miss animation that the world stopped and paid attention. Then came Mugen Train. A film originally expected to do pretty well ended up becoming the highest grossing movie in Japanese history, beating classics that held those numbers for decades. And suddenly, Demon Slayer wasn't just a popular anime. It became the phenomenon the title studios avoided releasing movies against, the name that guaranteed sold-out theaters, the story that united fans across age groups, languages, and cultures. Each arc added fuel to the fire. Rengoku's final stand created a global moment. Entertainment District turned animation into pure spectacle. Swordsmith Village revealed hidden power-ups. Hashira training raised tension to unbearable. But none of that, absolutely none, prepared fans for the arrival of the Infinite Castle. Because this arc isn't just the climax of the story. It's the emotional explosion the entire series had quietly been building toward. Multiple upper moons fall. Multiple Hashira face their ultimate test. Secrets 1,000 years old finally surface. And the true nature of Muzan's fear is revealed for the first time. The anime has been holding its breath for years. Now the exhale begins. Long before Tanjiro existed, before the Demon Slayer Corps existed, before the 12 Kazuki were even a concept, there was only one demon, Muzan Kibutsuji, a sickly young noble from the Heian era, diagnosed with an incurable disease and told he wouldn't live to see adulthood. Desperate to survive, he accepted an experimental treatment. When the results didn't come fast enough, he killed the doctor who created the medicine. Only afterward did he realize the truth. The medicine had worked, but it came with a curse. He gained immortality, power, and strength no human could ever match. But he lost his humanity completely, both literally and emotionally. No sunlight, no aging, no warmth, no empathy, only hunger. And from that moment on, he had one goal: find the blue spider lily and evolve into a perfect being. He created demons in the hundreds. He built a ruthless ranking system. He punished failure with instant death. He manipulated demons into worshipping to strength. He constructed a labyrinth beneath Japan, the Infinite Castle, a dimension only he could control, a sanctuary, prison, and throne. And it's here, finally, that the Demon Slayer Corps will face him. But before blades are drawn, Muzan makes his final move. He unleashes his upper moons. Fans don't realize how unstable the Upper Moon hierarchy had become before the Infinite Castle battle. For over 100 years, not a single Upper Moon had been replaced. Their track record was perfect. Then, everything changed. Gyutaro and Ducky died in the Entertainment District. Then Hantengu and Gyoko died in the Swordsmith Village. In Muzan's eyes, this wasn't just failure, it was betrayal. Weakness, the one thing he despised above all else. So he reshaped his army. Kaigaku promoted to Upper Moon 6 Duma, solidified as Upper Moon 2. Akaza remained unstable at Upper Moon. 3 Kokushibo watched from above. Internal tension exploded. Duma killed, Kana-e Shinobu swore revenge. Zenitsu resented Kaigaku. Akaza despised Duma. Muzan trusted no one. And then Muzan acted. He dragged every demon slayer into the infinite castle at once. Gravity twisted. Floors rotated. Lights vanished. And the final war began. But among the chaos, 3 battles stood out. The first is the return of Akaza. Akaza's reappearance wasn't just another fight scene. It was a moment fans had waited years for. Because Akaza isn't just an upper moon. He is a symbol of Rengoku's death. A symbol of Tanjiro's grief. A symbol of Ufotable's most iconic animation moment. When Tanjiro and Giyu land in the Infinite Castle, they face Akaza. But something is different. Akaza doesn't mock them. He doesn't taunt. For the first time since his introduction, he hesitates. Because Tanjiro awakened a memory inside him, a memory of who he used to be, a human who believed in strength, honor, and protecting the weak. But demons don't get to hesitate. Not here, not now. Akaza unleashes everything. The walls twist, the floors spiral. Each punch is a shockwave. Each sun breathing glows like fire in the dark. Tanjiro keeps up. Not perfectly, but enough for Akaza to recognize it. Admiration. The one emotion he should never feel. So Akaza digs deeper into forbidden techniques. His markings glow. His aura sharpens. And Tanjiro realizes this isn't just a fight, it's a window into Akaza's tormented past. But the movie isn't done. Somewhere else in the castle, a colder monster is smiling. Akaza embodies tragedy. Dolma embodies horror. Unlike other demons, Dolma never lost his humanity. He never had it. From birth, he felt nothing. No joy, no anger, no sadness. He created a cult not because he believed in salvation, but because he didn't understand emotions at all. His followers adored him, and he consumed them with a gentle smile. And years ago, he murdered Kane Shinobu's beloved sister. Shinobu knows she cannot match Duma physically, but she doesn't need to. She spent years preparing for this moment, years consuming poison, years calculating the exact dose that could kill a monster like Duma. Shinobu doesn't try to overpower him. She lets him absorb her poison with every strike. Duma thinks the fight is effortless. He doesn't realize she's already killing him. When Shinobu's life fades in Doma's arms, she smiles because she knows 2 shadows are arriving, Kaneo and Inosuke. The sister's promise isn't broken yet. While Shinobu's fight is fueled by revenge, another confrontation brings the quietest kind of heartbreak. Zenitsu, once terrified of everything, finally steps forward, and his opponent is Kaigaku, a former brother in training, a chosen student, a prodigy who betrayed their master, Jigoro. Kaigaku wanted shortcuts, power without struggle, strength without discipline. When Zenitsu faces him, Kaigaku mocks him endlessly. But Zenitsu has changed. He stands calm, steady, without fear. He reveals a technique no Thunder user ever mastered, a form he created himself. The castle lights up with lightning. Kaigaku never understands how Zenitsu surpassed him. He never realizes the coward outgrew him long ago. But the castle isn't done shifting. The war isn't done escalating. For centuries, Muzan believed one truth: no demon can survive sunlight. He built his empire around that idea, his fear, his paranoia, his immortality. Then Nezuko changed everything. In the Swordsmith Village arc, Nezuko stood under the sun and lived. Not only lived, she smiled. The impossible became reality. The curse was broken. The blue spider lily became irrelevant. Muzan was terrified, because now there was only one path left to perfection: absorb Nezuko's power. This obsession fuels the Infinite Castle War. He doesn't want to kill her. He wants to become her. Meanwhile, the Hashira fight through collapsing halls, rotating floors, shifting gravity. Sanemi fights like a hurricane. Gyome anchors his body against impossible forces. Obanai hunts through darkness. Mitsuri pushes beyond human limits. If Nezuko can survive the sun, Muzan can be defeated. For the first time, the Hashira fight with hope, and Muzan fights with fear. By the end of Infinite Castle Part 1, the shape of the war is clear. Muzan is losing control. The upper moons are falling. The Hashira are converging. And Nezuko holds the key to everything. Akaza confronts his past. Duma succumbs to Shinobu's final gambit. Kaigaku falls to the student he mocked. Tanjiro grows stronger. Giyu regains resolve. Kanao and Inosuke carry on their sister's legacy. Zenitsu steps into the warrior he was meant to be, but this film only covers the first third of the final battle. The next movies will be darker, more emotional, more devastating. Muzan himself takes the field. Hashira die. New forms awaken. Secrets of sun breathing emerge. Tanjiro faces the hardest decisions of his life. Infinite Castle isn't just a battlefield. It's a graveyard of regrets where every character meets the truth they've been avoiding. Some rise, some fall, some never return. But when the final movie arrives, the flame that started with Tanjiro's very first swing will burn its brightest and its last. Thanks for watching, and if you want to see more deep dives like this, subscribe to Lessons in Fiction, where every story reveals something more than meets the eye. Until next time.